Last up, we are going to discuss this recent controversy involving uh, a security guard who's gotten into it with a few people at the Cannes Film Festival. Kelly Rowland is probably the one that's the most notable. Well, there's video of her kind of getting into it with this woman who's like apparently being a bit aggressive in terms of how she's going about doing her job. And it's just, I thought Kelly Rowland was the only one, but then when you showed this to me, apparently there have been other people who have been involved with this particular security person. So it's become a bit of a story because people are trying to figure out if there's an angle or a particular controversy to this. Because it's Kelly Rowland who was involved, I was kind of waiting around to see if race was going to be a part of this discussion. And at first I thought it wouldn't be, but then it did. So, they didn't let me down. There was an angle of race that got introduced with this discussion. So we'll go ahead and talk about this real quick. It says breaking down the security guard incidents at Cannes Film Festival. One female security guard from the 2024 Cannes Film Festival is making headlines for her interactions with various celebrities on the red carpet, and many have suggested that race may have played a factor in the incidents. Kelly Rowland attended the Marcello, I'm going to say Marcello, Mio movie premiere on May 21st, and videos circulating on social media showed two security guards ushering her up the Palais des Festivals staircase. The aforementioned female guard was one of the red carpet ushers with Rowland and put her hand up behind the singer's back as she walked up the staircase while turning around and waving to fans. While the second security member appeared to walk away, a visibly frustrated Rowland turned around and said something to the female guard, who continued to leave her arm up. There were other women that attended that carpet who did not quite look like me, and they didn't get scolded or pushed off or told to get off. I stood my ground, and she felt like she had to stand hers, Rowland told the Associated Press days after the now viral red carpet moment. But I stood my ground. As Cannes continued in the days that followed, eagle-eyed fans shared videos of the same security guard interacting with other stars. That Cannes guard is crazy, one ex-user wrote, because even if the rules are usher them inside, get them off the stairs, now you make the whole festival look bad, wrestling guests and having 4 altercations with people. Let them get their pick and get them inside. So here are a few of the people who had incidents. Yuna, K-pop stars online quickly came to singer Yuna's defense after the musician had a similar experience with the same Cannes security guard on May 19th. The guard had her arm out in front of Yuna while she was waving at fans. The singer looked down at the guard's arm before continuing her ascent up the stairs. Y'all already know about Kelly Rowland rather. Sawa Ponce, just I don't know how to say that. So forgive me for butchering that last name. Pontiska, is the J silent? Pontiska. The Miss Europe 2023 winner shared a video of her altercation with the security guard via TikTok on May. While at the Marcello Meal premiere, Pontiska can be seen posing for photos at the top of the stairs as the same female security guard attempted to drag the model inside. So here's a TikTok video of that particular altercation.
It's crazy.
Газ, нафтогаз, зацеливают там вас, Господи, поможи, всех зубожи. Я як стояла, я буду стоять.
All right, so there you go there. And then this was Meseo Taveras, the former Miss Dominican Republic, attended the Le Comte de Monte Cristo premiere on May 22nd wearing a G, oh my God, these damn names, bro. Giannina Azar gown that featured a 15-foot train adorned with a portrait of Jesus Christ. As she ascended the same staircase, Taveras attempted to lay out the dress's train for a photo. As Tavares attempted to pose for photos, she asked the ushers to step back, and the same female security guard stepped up behind the actress with her arm up. Eventually, the female security guard put her arm around Tavares' shoulders to bring her into the theater. Tavares shoved the guard, per video footage of the moment. I want to thank all of you for this incredible support. Today, more than ever, we need to stand together, support each other, protect our soul, have strong boundaries, and stand for our rights. Tavares shared via Instagram stories on May 22nd. Reacting to her incident with the woman, the actress went on to ask followers to send Rowland love and respect, calling the singer a pure soul, a talented, classy, educated woman of color, and represents with respect all of us. Tavares also praised how Rowland handled the situation with the security guard. I didn't know that happened to you first. I was very impressed how calm and genteel you were because in my case, I was tired of the abuse. She continued. Black woman matters. We are not going to be in silence on situations like that. We need respect. It's enough. I hug you, Queen. Hashtag Kelly Rowland. So um, that was the Dominican Republic's former Miss Dominican Republic 2023. No. Well, it doesn't say what year she was Miss Dominican Republic. It just says she's a former Miss Dominican Republic. So there you have it. So just to give everyone an idea of what some of these individuals look like. So this is what the Yuna woman looks like. She's like a Korean actress. So that's the Yuna woman. And then here is the Ukrainian model, Sawa Pontiska. I don't know if the J is silent, but that makes it easier for me to say.
Man, I'm fucking with it.
But this is what Sava Pontiska looks like.
Okay.
So, because they're suggesting that race may have played a role in how the security guard handled this situation. So just to provide context, I wanted to put that out there. But what do you make of this? What do you make of the security guard dust up at the Cannes Film Festival? Do you think it was racially motivated, or what do you make of it?
So here's my thing with this thing, because when I was watching it and I was saying that red carpet event, Kelly Rowland, Bosses Please, and her getting into it with the security guard, and I'm like, hey, what's this about? What's this? The Met Gala, or what is it, the Oscars? And it was like the Cannes Film Festival. Like, what the hell is that?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it. Right? It's not a fugazi. It's like, I've never heard of this. So I was like, okay. What I think, why this? I don't know. But I think what this has done is it put eyes on their event. I think this is a publicity stunt. And I also think that Kelly Rowland was right, and she was also wrong. She was wrong in a sense that it wasn't racially motivated because there was other people. And she's right in the sense that in my analogy is that she is right. It was race related because, well, they needed a black person to do a tutu. So they grabbed the black woman, they grabbed the Asian, they grabbed the Hispanic woman, and they did it to them all. And everybody from all these communities that wants to tisk and wave their finger at this academy have now heard of this Cannes Film Festival situation, because I've never heard of it. So to me, this comes off as publicity. This comes off as their new age way of doing things. I've called out the Chris Rock, Will Smith thing, the John Cena naked at the Oscars thing. I think they do stuff now to go viral. And I feel as though this was a go viral kind of situation that they've been leaning into this past week for this festival that I've never personally heard of. Now I do. And I feel like that was the intent behind this. So what are your thoughts, though, on this Cannes Film Festival? Kelly Rowland's, all these people going through it with the security lady. What are your thoughts?
I know about the Cannes Film Festival. It's a pretty big deal. It's an annual film festival in France every year.
Uh-huh.
I used to be more into movies than I am now. Um, back in the day, several years ago, when I was more into movies, you learn about, there's other film festivals too. There's the Tribeca Film Festival. Those are some of the big ones. Tribeca, Cannes. So I know about the film festivals because I used to be more into movies. So
Mm,
I do know that within the international film industry, because that's not an American event, it's a pretty big deal.
mm,
It's like Met Gala ish in terms of its appeal on an international level. But obviously, if you're not really into like the industry of movies like that, then I'm not surprised that you wouldn't know that it existed. So it is a big deal, and I feel like they get enough attention without viral moments to go the route of it being a publicity stunt. Although I will say that that does not mean that they don't benefit from it happening. So I won't necessarily go so far as to say they orchestrated it in order to create a viral moment, but I will say that in lieu of it happening, there's greater awareness of the festival because viral events just naturally create more awareness. That's just kind of how it works. In saying that, I will say that I don't think that this was a racially motivated event, but I just think that people like to find the racial angle and stuff because it's convenient, and if you squint your eyes hard enough, you'll always be able to do it. And no one's necessarily going to bat an eye or disagree because, you know, the notion that race is inherently rooted in everything is believed on such a large scale that if you take it there, people are at least willing to entertain the conversation.
mm,
And I think that people just want to be a part of the fabric of that conversation, no matter who they are. They want to be people in corporations these days. One thing that I've learned kind of watching how the internet works, especially after 2020, I don't care if it's an event, a person, they can be a famous person, a celebrity, it can be a corporation. I don't care what it is. All entities that have some kind of influence want to be perceived as being on the right side of history, even if making sure that you're perceived on the right side of history involves you conjuring up an event so that you can show the world, hey, look at this, I'm on the right side of history. So, like, with this thing going down, I don't think that this guard was racially motivated with what she was doing. I think she's overzealous. She's one of those people that's just like too gung ho with her job. Like, calm your ass down. You don't need to be that over eager. But because she did it to Kelly Rowland, who is a melanated American of African descent, it became convenient to talk about race once again because it's just a popular vogue thing to do. And what the Cannes Film Festival is now going to want to do is make sure that in light of this, they are perceived as being on the right side of history, which at the end of the day, very well can benefit them because that's all people want to do is be placated to. So all you have to do is show me that you're on the right side of history and you're not going to have to deal with the smoke. I would imagine at some point this woman's going to get fired. I don't know how long the Cannes Film Festival goes. I don't know if it's over or not, but I would imagine that next year she will not be employed as a security at the event. They'll get rid of her. They may issue a statement because that's the whole idea behind this stuff. Let's make sure that we are being perceived as being on the right side of history, even if in actuality we are indifferent or apathetic. Because I'm not going to say that they don't care, but I
mm,
also am not going to say that they care so much about it really either. They might just be apathetic or indifferent, but publicly they want to make sure that they show face. So these types of situations or interactions give them the opportunity to show face. So for me, I feel like, was it something that was purposefully done? I don't know that I'll go that far. Was it orchestrated? I don't know. But is it going to benefit them because they can show, like any other corporation, especially over here in this country? Let's make sure we're showing the world that we're on the right side of things and we won't stand for this. We won't tolerate it. Yeah, they'll probably be able to piggyback off that opportunity because it's just going to give them the good PR that they need to make sure that they satiate the public who is in dire need of just being placated to all the time. And the one last thing that I'll say real quick is this is one of the things that makes me uncomfortable with these race conversations
mm,
is I've always I've always like said, let's make sure that whenever we're invoking race in any conversation, that it's kind of clear and not murky and up to interpretation. And the only reason why I say that is because when some actual stuff does go down and you do want to bring it up, people might ignore you because you just are going to bring it up willfully under any circumstance. And so you kind of have to make sure that it's palpable enough that it's actually present, because you don't want people becoming so desensitized to the idea of race being the element in something that they just kind of roll their eyes and ignore you whenever it actually does happen for real. And whenever you're doing it with these kinds of goofy, Hollyweird events like this, these superficial, rubbing elbows, $10,000 dress wearing events where it's like, no, who really cares at the end of the day? Who gives a shit? Like, none of these people are being adversely affected by actual systemic problems because they're all wealthy beyond the constraints of having to deal with it. So, who really gives a damn at the end of the day? But when you try to invoke it under those parameters within this kind of event, people are going to roll their eyes, I feel, myself included. It's going to be like, I don't care. Because when the real stuff goes down, I'm so desensitized, or rather the world at large is so desensitized because y'all bring it up so much, no one's going to want to pay attention. So that's my whole thing with that. Is just be careful with that stuff, because when you overuse a weapon, you're eventually going to run out of bullets. So
good point there. And I still think that this is rigmarole, publicity stunt type things, and we're dealing with actors and other things. Like, I don't trust any of these guys. So,
yeah,
sorry.
I feel you.
So,
I feel you. I don't. I'm not even going to hate on. I'm not hating on your skepticism. I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because me personally, I mean, it was everywhere. It was all in my feed. I'm seeing Kelly Rowland snap away and do all that stuff. I'm like, what's this? Who's she mad at? You know.
Well,
And
because
then
they want to start a race conversation about Cannes Film Festival. That's why it's in your feed, because
yeah,
that's what they want to do. Let's talk about how the Cannes Film Festival is racist.
yeah, well, and it's controversy on controversy, and people, engagement, people, all this type of stuff going on. So I'm like, I never heard of this Cannes. I probably did in passing, critically acclaimed something. I'm watching a trailer that say at the Cannes Film Festival they gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know what these things are,
Yeah.
So, but I just felt like they just tried to reach a lot of demographics with this. That's why they span across different people. Just trying to, kind of like how the NFL did this past season with that Asian Chargers fan. I just feel like these people be doing stuff now. Like, you can't trust what you're seeing anymore. And
Which is
so,
so sad. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm in that boat where, I'm kind of skeptical of this. So I'll monitor this. We'll see what they do with the lady, if they fire her, if she's back next year. I got her coming back next year, bro. I got the over on that. I wish there
Well,
was
we can bet. We can bet.
it should be a prize picks over under on that thing. I got the over on her being there next year and doing it again. I feel like she's going to be a staple, and people are like, she's back at it again, guys. I feel like that's going to be a thing, and if they do that, I might actually start paying attention to this Cam thing. Because, hey, man, I like their style if that's what they got going on.
Hey,
So,
man, we could put a parlay on it. We can bet. I'll take the bet on her not coming back, and you'll take the bet on her coming back. I'll take that bet.
I gotta coming back, bro. I'm a timestamp this one, bro. I'm gonna revisit this later. We'll see.
Oh man. I just think that's the reason why it showed up in your feed is because that's just all they're gonna it's just and it's what makes me, I'm just so tired of this stuff. Race has become a publicity move.
It is.
Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. Everything is just like, if there's something that happens and it's a bit disconcerting, let's make sure that we can find the angle to tackle it on a racial level.
Correct.
And it's become so exhausting. And I can easily ignore it because I know what the game is. But my whole thing is, y'all gonna be hollering, crying, and complaining when some real stuff goes down and don't nobody want to listen because y'all done emptied that whole clip on meaningless stuff like the Cannes Film Festival.
Correct.
So, you know,
Now that I agree.
but I feel you, bro. I'm not hating on your skepticism. I'm not saying you're wrong. I guess I'm just trying to be the counterpoint to the counterbalance to where you coming at it with, because
Mhm.
it's so sad, this idea that you can't trust what you see. But I hear what you're saying. But
Mhm.
these days it's true. You can't. You don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. It's messed up. It's crazy.
I know. Be safe, y'all. Be safe, man. Shit.
Oh God. But we're gonna go ahead and close it on that note, folks. Conscious Approach in the books, another live stream, another successful recording. Thanks to everybody who was tuning in. Thanks to the tribesmen, thanks to Marcus Dudley, thanks to Darrell McCall joining in on the tribe, man. Y'all are real MVPs. And to anyone else who is checking out what we do for the first time, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let us know what you think about the commentary in this or any of the other videos, man, because we're here for it. Check me out on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS, and check out Conscious Approach on Instagram at ConApproach, CONAPPROACH. Almost done with downloading and uploading all of the audio files for all of the streams to be available when we start going crazy on all of the podcast channels. So be on the lookout for that. So good content, man. Appreciate everybody for joining us along for the ride. And until next time, I guess for me it's looking like go Dallas. I guess I'm rooting for the Mavericks, man. But until the next video, because I can't root for the Celtics.
No, I can't root for the Celtics.
I can't.
It's not
So
possible.
until next time, everybody be easy, stay on your square, have respect for people in public spaces, and I guess I'm Team Mavericks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm Team Mavericks too, man. I cannot cheer for that's like cheering for the Patriots. Sorry, Boston. I guess I don't jive with y'all up there. All right. But hey guys, it's Dogon SS, as you already know. All right. Now you can find me on Instagrams at Dogon_SS and on YouTube at Dogon SS. Also on TikTok. I am. All right. Now I don't post no videos just yet, but my comments be going hammer. Go check me out over there on TikTok, Dogon_SS. Now, as I say on every pod, guys, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it calm, keep it chill, keep it blur, and don't let anybody get you off your pivot. So until the next time, my peoples, go Mavericks. Ew. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Screw, screw.
Yeah. Shouts out to Kyrie, man. I'll be rooting for Kyrie to get one. And shouts out to PJ Washington too. I'm gonna be rooting for PJ Washington to get one because
and
he's got to watch that. He's got to wash that. Well, PJ got to wash that stink off of him. PJ got to wash that Brittany Renner stink off of him. So shouts out to PJ Washington and Kyrie, man. I'll be rooting for him. Oh, and fella, put the OnlyFans down, please. Put it down. Put the OnlyFans down. Cancel all your subscriptions. Get away from it. Take that money you spend on OnlyFans. Go and get you a fresh fit. Get you a haircut. Get your hair cut every week. You know what I'm saying? You know, get out there and get your lumps in, man. These women are lapping us in the field. So put the OnlyFans down, please, please. But yeah, on that note, we'll catch y'all later. Another episode in the books. We out. Peace.
Peace. I know you want Brittany. Hey, Brittany. Hey, send something to JV Wins, man. DM this man. I know you want him.
You ain't gonna catch me in no book.